Hey guys, I'm going to talk about hinging of the golf club and what I try to do in my golf swing, and I think this could definitely help your game. It's one of the key components in my golf swing. Using this coupled with the channel lock protocols, but this can be used in any type of a golf swing. And it has to do with the trail wrist and how you hinge it. As you know, I like to swing on the shaft plane. If you notice, that club will go right up and down. But when I do that, it's a simple hinge. Okay, so that's one of the primary purposes why I use this. It helps me keep the club on plane. It also prevents me from lifting the club straight up. Okay, if you go vertical right off the bat, at some point you've got to get back to that shaft plane, and you're going to be in a position where your wrist is ulnar deviated at impact. I'm simply starting out that way and I'm hinging. Okay, the next thing you'll notice, see that club face? There's no way I can fan that club face open. Okay, it keeps it matched up with that spine angle, and I'm in a good position right there to hit the ball. Okay, it also helps with my swing radius, which in turn is going to help me with the low point of my golf swing. As you know, with channel lock, it's a rear ball position, so the low point is in the back of this swing circle, right there in the back of it. So the hinge is so important. It is so important in the golf swing. Plus, if you notice, when you hinge, that creates a great deal of lag. And we're going to talk about grip in another lesson, because I know some people they're interested in how I grip the club and my suggestions on that, and we'll get into that later. But you can create a good deal of lag with that hinge, and that's a lowercase y. This works with the lesson that JH put out this morning. He talked about loading the club, the auto load of the club that you see in a lot of the players for older generations like Count Yogi and guys like that. Ben Hogan even has some of that in his golf swing, where the club is sling it back there like a paintbrush. Look at this. I can do that all day, paintbrush, all day. So it can happen in a more static way of doing it, or you can do it more dynamically where you just flip it back there. Okay, it's the same hinge. It works. So what he showed you in his latest video is spot on. He is 100% accurate with his description of that. So that hinge is very important, and how you do it, that's the individual thing. What I recommend, any way that you hinge that club, I recommend that you do it in a sequence with your body. If you don't do anything with your body and you just do it, you're probably going to have problems. But if you put a little turn in it when you do it and sequence everything up, you're going to load that club really good, and you're going to be in a good position where you can be on top of the ball, hitting it from the inside, and you're going to have more control over that club face. It's not going to be open on you. And with channel lock, an open club face is terrible. It's terrible with any golf swing, but especially bad for channel lock. So here's a little drill you can do, one-handed drill, and then I suggest just putting two hands on it. It's going to feel strange to you at first because you're doing it with one hand. But we're just going to hit little chip shots, little hinge right there. Just flip it back there and hit the ball. Hopefully it picks up on camera. Okay, that ball is struck really good. And get the feel of that. As you can see, just that little motion right there is just dead in the middle of the club face right there. So you have a lot of control over that. I didn't take a deep divot. It's been raining here all night. Had bad weather. Tornado came through here, did damage. And I could just sweep it right off the turf right there. Now, guys that think you should elevate the club and lift, if you're watching this, try this drill and then go thumbs up and try to hit it with one hand. When I do that, that club feels extremely heavy it does not feel balanced to me. I feel like I have no control over this golf club. I've actually tried to do it a few times, and I hit a shank almost every time. So if you lift the club right off the bat, you're going to have some kind of compensation to get it back to ulnar deviation and impact if you want to be a good player. And that's what happens in the golf swing. So you could also do this. You can, if you're not comfortable doing it with one hand, you can just take it like this and just so that ball struck extremely clean with just a small little swing. Okay, this will change your golf game forever. I'm telling you, this is a tremendous way of playing golf. Learn how to hinge that club. You're going to build consistency. You're going to improve a bunch of different aspects of your game. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll get back with you later.